Hello, Blodes and Sisters. Welcome to the Afri Talk podcast, where we come together as a community to discuss, learn from one another, and share our experiences as Africans in the diaspora. And my name is Jackie. Thank you for watching my previous video and listening to my podcast. If you've not had the chance to, I'll put a link in the description box so you can go and watch or listen. And thank you to my new subscribers. Welcome to the tribe. Last week I spoke about growing up without parents. And like I said in the video, I was going to continue this week and talk about moving out at the age of 19 and living on my own as a student, as a African. What an experience it was. What a life. As a African, as a girl, let me put that one first, as a girl and African, moving out of their house unmarried. One already, it's like it's a no. It's already, the judgings, the questions and all that. But at such a young age, in fact, I actually wanted to move out at 18, but it's like, let me just wait one more extra year to finalize it before people start saying, the moment you hit adults, the moment you hit 18, stamp, bam, you've moved out. No, so let me just calm it down small and add 1 year to neutralize the judgment small. But even that one, people judged me. People are some like elderly people, they judged me. People were thinking I moved in with a man. There was this particular family member that anytime she would call me, so how are you doing? How is the man? How is your boyfriend? I don't have any boyfriend on me. If you know the struggles I'm struggling here as a student to just pay my rent and everything, you not ask me how is your boyfriend doing. I don't have boyfriend. Oh, don't lie. You that they say you are living with a man, can you pay? Do you know how to pay bills? You that you are living with a man, isn't it because of a man? Isn't it because of a man you moved out of the house? So what? I cannot pay my own bills. I cannot, let me just say, try and pay my own bill. I cannot live on my own. Must it be a man that is taking care of me? It's not everybody or it's not every woman or every lady or every young girl or whatever will, depend on a man, for life, for basic life things or whatever. I will go back and forth. Still, a lot of people didn't believe it. They were like, it's because of a man I moved out. Because how come you that you are privileged, you've come from Africa, you're staying here, you've had the privilege to come from Africa, instead of humbling yourself and sit down there and live your life and and do the things that you have to do and get leave the house at an appropriate age. Which I want to ask, what is the appropriate age to move out of the house? I moved out of the house not because I wanted to go and chill outside and enjoy life and party up and down. And I didn't have a good home, I didn't really have like a good home situation. The situationship in the home was a bit rough, so I had to move out to raise myself. So I remember for the longest time I was not able to go outside because I was so afraid, I was so scared, and I was also ashamed. I was so shy. All these things put together. Because I was like, if I go outside now and somebody see me, somebody from our church see, person say, Jackie, this, I was, no. I was prejudging myself in my mind, thinking that's what people were going to say, even though people were saying it. So I couldn't go outside. I just locked myself in the house. I remember people used to say, you will not make it. You will not make it. You will come back home begging. It's not easy to live on your own, especially as a woman and as such a young age. What kind of work will you do to fend for yourself? What will you do? And you people that are saying, I will come back home because I will not make it, I will surprise you. Moving out so sweet, man. It really taught me a lot of life, a lot of things that I wouldn't have learned if I stayed home. And it's an experience that it's best to experience yourself. I never regret it, and I'll never regret it because it had to happen. it's life, you know, it's life. It was a huge life lesson for me. Being a Christian too, people will be saying stuff. In fact, it's only Christian in my opinion and in my experience, it's only the African Christians that will always have the negative things to say. But people out there that, you know, we're not really Christian or whatever, or non-African, they were the one really, you know, supporting me, motivating me and all that. I remember the first week, like the first few weeks when I moved on my own, I didn't have any internet. I didn't really have food. I had like noodles, and I was literally eating one noodle per day. I would sleep, and it was during the summer vacation, and it was so hot. Hey, it was a new city. I've never been to that city before. Very far away from everybody. Hey, I remember when I was in my student's room. It was a small studio. I remember when I was in my studio, I was like, who sent me? But no, I'll just shake it up. They'll be like, no. I'm not going to start doubting myself. I made a decision. I'm standing behind my decision. I had one noodles per day. I would sleep the whole day, wake up. Like whenever I sleep and I wake up, I will force myself and sleep again. All I was doing was sleeping, eat the one noodle pack, sleep until the next day, literally. Because if I'm awake, my stomach will be doing grrr, I will be hungry and I'll have a headache and I might get sick. And I didn't have the energy to go and walk around the, you know, neighborhood to really get to know the place that I was living in. Because if I go and come, I will be more hungry. So I didn't know anybody in my area or in the city that I was living in. I didn't have any internet, so I couldn't, you know, message. No Instagram, no Facebook, no Twitter, no YouTube, no nothing. I had my laptop, and I remember I only had 3 songs on that laptop. Wizkid featuring, I think his name is Lyric or so, Say You Love Me, that's the title. Marry Me, False, featuring Yemi Alade. And the third one, I forgot, like it's from Tony Braxton. It's a beat. I don't know. Those were the only 3 songs I had on my laptop, and I would play it over and over. I would play it over and over and over. If I make the mistake of sleeping and waking up hard, I'll just slap myself. Go back to sleep. Jackie, sleep. It was tough. It was tough. Until school started again and things started rolling. I got a job where I was living. Got a job. I was starting, you know, life small. And thank God, life was going smooth. Like I was really, you know, I surrounded myself with positive people, with people, not like people my age. I surrounded myself with like elderly people who were really motivating, who were really advising me, you know. And that's how I made it. That's how I survived it. Like small, make mistake here, and you know, next time you know how to change it. That's when I also learned how to actually really cook. Sometimes I will make. I will never forget. I made some very nice pinda soup, pound groundnut soup. Oh, I was stuck in the toilet for like 3 days back to back. I said, this soup that is sweet like this, what is making me every 2 minutes? Things like that. I had to learn so much on my own. I had to cover, like, discover the world on my own. But it was very emotionally, or I would say mentally, it was draining. It was very, very difficult because you're living alone. There were days that I was thinking that, what if something happens to me? What if I get really sick, or like I come to, you know, I die or something, and who's coming to look for me? Who will know? Who will notice? I was working. After school, go to work. After work, something. I was keeping myself really, really busy because I didn't want to be alone. Because the days that I was alone, it was mentally really, really draining. Like, you feel depressed. There were days that I was so depressed because I felt so lonely. I was alone in a far away city/village. It was not like a city, but it was also not like a proper village. It was like in between. I didn't have friends around. People that I knew were all, you know, a bit far away. People were telling me, you go and get pregnant. You will see. They were rather saying, Jackie, maybe it's good to, you know, get somebody, so you know. You that you were accusing me first, you that you were blaming me, you that you were insulting me that I'm living with man, which was not true. Now you're advising me to go and get somebody so that I will not be alone. If you do A, people will talk. If you do B, people will talk. So do what you want, please yourself and don't please others. Live on your own for at least a year. You will learn so much. You will grow in a way that you get to know yourself better, honestly, because it's you. It's only you yourself and you. What else? It was hard, and obviously living, growing up without my parents at first, and then now moving out at the age of 19, I had to continue living, without my parents. It was really hard because those were the times that I felt that I needed my parents the most, because life had hit me. Like, I'm not a child anymore. I'm fending for myself, and I felt that at that time I felt like it was unfair for me to fend for myself. I don't know, I felt like it was unfair. I felt like I have to have my parents around me. I have to have my support system, but because I didn't have that, and the judgments became less and less, and at a certain point people were not even judging me anymore, because the things they thought I was going to do didn't happen. So even if it happened now, because this one was like years later. Now, even if it happened now, I'm grown. I've seen it. Or what else? First one, before I moved out, I was like, maybe I also go to parties. I can really enjoy. I have freedom that I can move around. I can do whatever I want to do. I will eat whatever time I want to eat. I will sleep whatever time I want to sleep. I will wake up whatever time. I will decide to clean or not to clean. That it only was. I didn't even get a chance to really even do it. All these things was in my head. I will do this, I will do that, I will do this, I will do that. But when I moved, I didn't even do half. For me, I think it's definitely, even if you live with your parents or not, whatever the situation, I think it's necessary to move out for a period of time, or to live on your own for a period of time, to gain some kind of life experience before, for me, that's for me, Sha. But anyways, just let me know in the comment section what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe, click on the notification bell, comment, like, and share this with everyone you know. And that's all I have for you. Thank you. Bye.